Salt Lake City taking on the Running Utes of UU. The Huskies seeking just their second ever road sweep of the Mountain Schools. They beat Colorado on Thursday night. But they're going to have to slow down Brendan Carlson coming off 28 against Washington State the other night. Coverage begins 4:30 with the basketball pregame show presented by Carmont. Yeah, Brooks had 25 in that big win on Thursday in Boulder. Another good crowd here inside Alaska Airlines Arena. UCLA number 4, Washington number 22. Jim Watson, Lisa Mao. And it is the conference opener for both of these teams. And they have big crowds, so if it's a party, you need a DJ, right? It's the new thing. You go to arenas now. If the band can't be there, you just hire one guy with, well, I would say it's a turntable, but it's really just a MacBook Pro, isn't it?
Exactly that.
So I saw this guy in Vegas last year named Cascade. I'm going to pretend like I knew who he was.
Wow.
I may have been the second oldest guy in the building. And then I found out Cascade's my age. So I felt much cooler. And to watch him work on a couple different laptops was unbelievable.
So you can have a second career.
Be at a pool party in Vegas.
Hey, that's
natural, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's get back to floor here.
I thought it was law enforcement. Yeah. Well, when you have Olympians in the building and national champions, the kids show up early and say, could you please come over and give me a memory to last a lifetime?
Jordan competed for a club called Maid Knob out of Vancouver for a long time, her entire career, until in 2019, Simone Biles, former Olympic champion, greatest of all time, asked her to come down to her at World Champion Center, work with Cecile and Laurent. Credit them for the Jordan Childs we see today.
Emily Lee, her third event of the day, she went 9.85 on vault. She actually started on bars, of course, 9.8 on bars, then a 9.85 on vault. Took the floor rotation off, and now she's up on beam. She had a 9.8 at the Wasatch Classic last week on this event. She is considered a beamer.
I don't know if this is Emily Lee's theme music. They usually get to choose a song. The DJ, I think he picked up on the vibe and is still rolling. As did Emily Lee. That layout series is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, might not be your first selection on beam.
She's handling it like the pro she is. 3-time national team member. Slight bobble there. She's yet to really nail a routine. Again, sat out all last season. The last time she competed was Olympic trials in 2021. And just so great to see her back out there. Wow. Really special for sophomore Emily Lee. Here's her layout series, or excuse me, her dismount. Perfect being her full off the side.
UCLA's season high came last week, 197.850. They're probably not going to reach that today. But remember, their first two meets at Vegas and at Salt Lake City, 2 road scores. And as you get deeper into the season and you have your RQS, regional qualifying score, national qualifying score, you got to take top 6 scores throughout the high. And of the other 5, 3 have to be road scores. So it's important, and that's what the rankings are based on in collegiate gymnastics. First up on the floor, Skylar Kilhill-Wilhelm, normally in the anchor spot on most events.
You know, Jen Llewellyn has got some new people in this floor lineup. She's got a freshman, she's got Hadley Roberts, so wanting a consistent, clean start. There's an E pass to start, that front double, wow, very well landed.
Skylar showed a lot of improvement on this event last year. Most of her scores 9.8 or better. And this year she starts out above that mark with a 9.85 in Vegas.
Jeffrey Langenstein, the floor coach, also the choreographer. That leap she did there, with the ring jump at the end is super important for her bonus in this routine. So we got to make sure that, like I said before, that your foot nearly hits your head to get the credit. They had to inquire last week to make sure that she was given the correct credit. 1.5 front. That's supposed to be a front layout. So being a front tuck there, she'll still get the skill value for the 1.5 front tuck that she needs, but that's going to be a problem, potentially a lower score. So this 1.5, she was over rotated, so she wasn't in the correct landing position to make the front layout that she needs for the correct bonus there. So we'll see. The judge will flash what the start value is that they give, and I see one of the judges looking through her notes on what's required there. So I think we're going to miss that. And there's Jeffrey Langenstein himself, was a college competitor down at Cal.
3-year assistant coach at San Jose State. Then he was with Jen Llewellyn at Lindenwood for a couple of years, and she brought him to Seattle. And people you can trust. Gymnastics, more than any other sport, relies on assistants. Don't talk to me about football. I understand it. But in this sport, you're coaching 4 different sports.
Right. And this is a treat. Sienna Olivio, 4-time U.S. national team member. She just got silver on beam at the 22 U.S. Elite National Championships. And
what a great
I
crowd.
didn't jinx her, wow. At Nationals, her series was a side arrow, the 2 layouts. So she's just she has every skill in her bag of tricks. Janelle McDonald, she's still working on finding a composition that works for Sienna.
985, Salt Lake City a week ago.
A ton of talent on this event.
4-time U.S. national team member.
And I love that gainer full dismount off the end. A lot more difficult. She actually did that in Elite. It's a high enough value dismount. Lands that well.
Silver medalist on beam at the 2022 U.S. Championships.
She trained in club with the reigning Olympic champion Sunisa Lee. They were both out at Midwest Gymnastics.
Well, it's been a while since we saw Emily as Wilhelm got, what'd she get, a 9.8?
She got a 9.8, so it looks like judges were okay.
Were they trying to pay her back for a lower score earlier?
I'd like to think that.
I would like to think that as well. They did owe her. All right. Emily Ennis had been her only event before today. She jumped into the vault lineup. 9.875 last week in Salt Lake City.
There's her front double. She overcooked it a little bit, but went right into a dance move. Came all the way from Pittsburgh to UW.
And I think her parents might be here as well. Chrissy Gregg said, well, they made a big statement. We've been to almost all of her meets. We're not going to stop now. We're coming to Seattle.
Love the commitment.
I hope they're here.
Those wolf folds she just did there. I want to see her leg at horizontal. The top leg was a little low. There's her 1.5 front layout. Good presentation quality. Want to see eyes up off the floor, making eye contact. Closes with a Rudy, a front 1.5. Nice and high. Really clean, really fun routine. Club she competed at was called Gymkhana.
Yeah, she had the same coach, I think, for 16 years, Ryan Schultz.
Yep.
16 years.
Small gym. Great to see her come out here. I like to think that gym name was inspired by Gymkhana. Don't know if you remember that.
Sure.
Epic 80s movie
Yeah, of
with
course
Kurt
I do.
Thomas. I encourage you all to watch. Give that a rewatch if you
You
haven't.
need a VCR to watch that, don't you?
Exactly. The late great Kurt Thomas. I think we've got Shay's beat music back here by a local Macklemore.
Nice pickup.
Ooh, and she's a little bit crooked. Hips were offline on the layout, so about a 2 or 3 tenths deduction. She's an All-American on beam as a freshman, so an error like that is a rarity for Shay.
She's had one good and one bad this year on beam. Let's focus on the better one. 9-9 last week at Wasatch Classic.
Split leap into that switch side, or excuse me, switch half. That's a new leap series this year. She's off the side with her cartwheel gainer full. Nice stick. Just that issue on the series.
Another good day for Campbell. It comes in ranked 16th in the all-around. That's national rankings. At a 9.8 on bars and 9.9 on vault. 9.925 on floor, and now waits for her beam score.
This
9.75 for Innes. Navarro on deck.
Lana's coming off that career high 9.9 last week.
Really improved on this event a year ago. 8 times, went 9.8 or better, and is coming off a 9.9. Also at a 9.875, so coming into her own on floor.
Love the percussive style of this floor team. It starts with a double tuck. Very nicely landed with her chest position where it needs to be. Good switch side. It's a 1.5 front layout. I mentioned she does this 1.5 also on beam. Woo! She went right into the corner there. I thought maybe she'd go out of bounds. Good job controlling that.
It's her match. She can use all of it she wants.
Just got to stay in the purple. She saves her hardest pass for last. Double pike coming up. You're getting right into the corner. The nice landing, really great
It's a nice day for Navarro.
combination, yeah.
9.775 on vault and a 9.85 on beam prior to that.
Check out this double tuck, first pass, nice and high. Here's the 1.5 layout right into the corner. That 1.5 traveled really far. We like to get it, have a little bit more height than travel that far distance. And had to really pull that around. Chest was down a little bit on that landing. But I mentioned that the difference from podium to this floor is considerable.
So Childs and Harris were set to battle it out for the all-around, but that 9.65 on vault for Childs has kind of taken her out of it. Harris can wrap it up. Meantime, Skylar Coho Wilhelm from Washington has finished her program today and goes 39.325. So all 3 meets now, Skylar's got 39 plus in the all-around. Excellent start.
So consistent.
Snap it down and hold on to it.
Meanwhile, Jordan, casual, backhands in 2 layouts. Same series she does in Elite. Wow, attacks that wolf and just doesn't quite finish. Takes a wobble there. Jordan has been going literally nonstop since before the Olympics in 2021. Then she was on tour.
Oh, beautiful.
She
That one.
improvises
And the crowd went for
beautifully.
the ride with her on that one. We all knew what it was.
Didn't break form. And watch this double pike dismount. The hardest skill, hardest dismount done in NCAA.
Yeah.
A bit of a ride that routine was from start
She was
to
enjoying.
finish.
You mentioned she's from Vancouver, which is down on the Columbia River, right on the Oregon-Washington border. She's got a lot of friends, family here. They're playing to her, and she's playing right back.
Absolutely.
This was fun. Just
And
bring it up and hold it. And look at her
honestly,
face.
You can't really take a deduction there because the way she moved into that skill was so secure. Her arms were in the right place.
She should add it.
Absolutely.
That was great.
Yeah,
She is so savvy.
it's just really fun. But like I said at the top, the levity that she brings to the sport, combined with her high level of
I
difficulty.
mean, how many stages has she been on this year? The championship, she was in Paris.
World Championships,
Right,
World
Championships.
Cup. Yep,
So coming here, this is fun.
absolutely.
She can let her hair down, and you said it's been nonstop, so the pressure's been on, and it's emotional as much as is physical.
Yep.
At some point, you gotta let them be kids. Hadley Roberts.
Same tumbling passes that Lana Navarro did, so she starts with a nice double tuck. Jen mentioned that Jeffrey was her main recruiter at Lindenwood, but then he left for San Jose State, so this is the first time he's actually got to coach her, choreographed this floor routine for her. Very easy 1.5 front layout. A little bit of flexed feet, moving into those dance skills. See Jeffrey in the corner she's walking into, pumping her up for this last pass, double pike. Love those purple pants. And a solid double pike. Didn't quite nail the landing, chest was down.
Still might end up being her best score as a gym dog.
Yeah, clean, fun routine. You can tell she has the experience of the fifth year. Really pull out that last pass.
And, you know, she's going to add a lot of those intrinsic things, not necessarily in scores, but calming people down. She's been through it before.
Yep.
She's been to the national championships at the D2 level. Just being older, a little more worldly and wise.
Yep. With 7 newcomers, or excuse me, 6 freshmen on the team, and just those 2 upperclassmen, the fifth-year seniors, it's good for Jen Llewellyn to have that level of experience.
Talking about somebody coaching up.
And can we talk
Does
about...
Selena Harris need any help?
I think she'll take it from Jordan
You
Childs.
bet she will. Harris is gone. Now they started on bars, so 9925, then a 995 on vault, and a 9925 on floor.
I really like the way she attacks beam. She also has a triple series.
This is the only event in which she is not ranked individually in the top 20. And she's still pretty good. 9925 tied for first at Wasatch a week ago.
She does back handspring, layout back handspring. Like that connection. It was so smooth.
She's got that lightness that some gymnasts do on beam.
Absolutely. Great placement of the back leg. And that's a really rare thing to connect your leaps into your full turn like that. You need a lot of control. The full turn is a skill they've been doing for years that can trip you up sometimes. Just a little bit of a slight arm check on that aerial.
Somebody made her laugh.
Janelle over there, pumping her up, big smile on the side. She'll do a 1.5. Watch the way she tumbles like she's on the floor with that 1.5. And spots the landing. Wow, that was a fantastic routine, but also fantastic dismount. We've seen a lot of those round up 1.5s, and none of them have lifted off the beam like that one did.
Everybody loved it, but nobody liked it more than Childs at the end of the beam. That was beautiful.
Well, she cheered her up at the beginning, and watch her love this at the end.
In the background. Was she wearing bunny slippers?
Probably.
I know she's done for the day. UCLA's they're just better when they have fun.
Absolutely.
It's just been their signature for a long time.
Well, Coach McDonald talked about, like, that is what they need to do, is create a place where the gymnasts can come and have fun, and they can have fun with each other and grow and kindle their love for gymnastics. So many of these are at the end of international elite careers, and it just gives them the second lease on their gymnastics career.
Mark Cunningham. All Pac-12 a year ago, on floor. 10 of her 11 were 9-8 or better.
And she has performed that front through double tuck and these tumbling passes so many times, but they just get better and better. She's using her 5th year to take a few post-bac classes to prepare her for physical therapy school. She applied to 10 different colleges, got into some of the most prestigious ones in the country.
Both her parents went to Northwestern.
Nice completion on those Wolffuls.
And by the way, both of her parents were athletes too. Mom played softball, Dad played baseball.
She finishes with a double pike. Brenna Brooks amping her up there in the corner with all of her teammates. She's normally really good at finding the landing, and there it is. Great double pike. Nice chest position. You can see why she's where she is in the lineup, because that was just easy.
You know, she was easily the most consistent performer for Washington last year. Scores always 985 and above.
Yep.
Every meet, you could just count on her.
Yep.
And now she seems to have bumped it up. Now she's serious. Now she's going 9.9s plus.
Yep.
She already went 9.875 on vault. This is going to be a big score. There's Janelle McDonald. We told you about UCLA has kind of returned the lightness and the fun to their program. And when I heard that Janelle was the new head coach, the phrase that came out of my mouth was, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
That's a great hire. She's the right temperament, the right person, has the experience, has grown up in this conference as a coach, has the connections, knows the gymnasts.
And has the technical expertise to train these international elites, because it's what she's done.
Yeah.
And so they respect her, they listen to her, they know she knows her stuff. And the improvement that you've seen, not only in their fun and the culture that you can see, the gymnasts are better. They're a little bit better. They're cleaner. You saw the improvement on bars.
A little more fun.
Yep.
Emma Malabuyo, anchor spot for UCLA on the beam.
And was supposed to connect that. Typically connects it to a feet jump. Watch this ring leap. Wow. You mentioned the ring leaps over on floor that you have to almost touch your head. That was a very nice position. See, she just did a little hint of the Carlton there. That's a hangover from her floor routine last year.
Very good. Forgot about the girl thing. This has been a great event for her.
Just dropped it in, yep. Keep you on your toes.
She's already done 9.9 twice on beam this year. Another good score coming here.
Yep. Well,
the broken connection.
Broken connection won't be a 9.9 with the hop back on the gainer, but I like the height that she gets on that gainer full. Some people just sort of dump it off the side, but she really rose and made a nice clean entry into the dismount.
So UCLA is included its competition. And for Washington, 1 to go.
Yeah, it looks like they made a change to the lineup.
They sure did.
This is Taylor Russin. This is her first time completing floor this season. She did not compete on floor last season for the Huskies.
I don't have her with a floor.
Yeah, outside of a few exhibitions. So, career debut for Russin. Supposed to be a ring full. Not sure she got the foot to the height she needed it. Very clean in the air, double pike. She stayed in, but took those 2 steps. Again, that leap was meant to be a 1.5. I'm not quite sure she got her feet all the way around, but I'm at a different angle from the judges. Front tumbling pass. A little bit low, but cleanly landed. I mean, a good job for Russin in her debut. She was obviously put into the lineup at the last minute, replaced Chu Wen, the freshman. Good to see her getting in on another event. She's typically been only on bars and beam for the Huskies.
So UCLA has a good day, not a great day, but it's good enough to win today. And they just missed 197. Unofficially, the Bruins 196.9. We'll tally it all up, make it official. We come back to Montlake. UCLA, number 4 in the country. Washington, number 22. Washington flirting with a 196 right now. We'll check it out when we come back. So UCLA goes 49 plus on all. Check it actually on 3 rotations. Beam they fell just short. They go 49.95 on the beam and end up with a 196.9. First time this year the Bruins under 197, but you can excuse it. They had a comfortable lead at the time. They mixed up their lineup a little bit today. First time you've seen the Bruins this year, what'd you think?
I'm so impressed by the fun that they're having, the joy that they're having, and how that is translated into their performances. You know, it wasn't perfect today. There were a few things, a few little areas for improvement, and that's okay because it's meet 3, and they're trying out different people in the lineups, giving people some experience. But the freshman that seems like she's a senior is Selena Harris. I mean, those scores are out of bounds.
And she joins us now. Selena, you win the vault with a 9.95. You win the bars. Tell me if I'm embarrassing you. 9.925. You win the beam, 9.925, and then totally fell apart and finished 3rd on the floor. I'm just kidding. That was an amazing performance as well. Listen, as we watch you, you have a lightness to your gymnastics. You enjoy it. But it seems to be that there's a nice competition with some of your teammates. During meets, you guys looking at one another.
Oh my gosh. Jordan, competing with Jordan's so amazing. She's so good. It's definitely a competition, like who could do better, but like it's for the good, and it helps the rest of the team stay competitive within each other, so we're not really watching out of like watching other teams. We're just looking at each other and getting better every day. Like I love having competition in the gym.
Is
and
it
getting
fun?
better with each other.
Are you having fun? It looks like it.
Oh, I'm having so much fun. So much better than Jo. It's not about me anymore, so I love being with my teammates.
Well, you're certainly thriving, and this is your first Pac-12 dual meet, right? You've been in these podium meets. How did this feel coming on the road in the Pac-12?
It was different, really different, because we didn't have a practice day before coming in. We just kind of came in here and did our thing, and now we get to go home.
Selena, you were the #1 recruit in the country. You probably could have picked anywhere you wanted to go, but you picked UCLA, and certainly I could write a paper on why a gymnast should go to UCLA, but what made UCLA stand out for you?
The team, definitely the team, the gymnastics, the way that I've always loved the school when I was little, so it's always just been a dream to have the floor routine is one of the biggest parts for me. I always wanted to work with DJs, so.
Can you talk about how your Latin-inspired routine came and the inclusion of the Selena music at the beginning and what that process was like?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. BJ surprised me with the Selena music at the beginning because I told her like I'm named after her and it's my mom's favorite artist. So when she played it for me in the gym, I was like, my mom's gonna cry. Like, you're gonna make my mom cry, BJ.
Selena, when you sit down with BJ to put together a floor, how does it go? Does she decide, or do you guys work together?
We worked together. I mean, it was like a solid hour to figure out like where we were gonna put the passes. And then we just got to work, and it was like some of my teammates were in there, so it was a big team effort.
Well, it shows. It's such a fun floor routine. You can tell that you really enjoy doing it. Now, this has only been 3 meets. You're scoring high 39s. What are you looking to improve on as the season progresses, if anything?
Just landings for me. I feel like everything else is pretty good. Just sometimes I feel like I'm unsure on my landing, so just trying to do that helps.
Yeah, .025 more on the floor, and you would have won all 4, but you go 39.725 again, just like you did last week. Listen, it is a blast watching you, and of course, you've always been a Bruin. Next week, you go home for that home opener against Oregon State.
I'm so excited.
All right, well, enjoy the trip back. Yeah, be safe, and we'll meet you at Poly next Sunday.
Have a blast.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the early success. Yeah, 2-time Pac-12 Freshman of the Week, and she just won the all-around again with the 39.375 for the second week in a row. This is the schedule next week. Lots before Oregon State and UCLA get together on Sunday. We'll start you at Washington and Utah. Saturday's big day. You got Stanford, Cal, Arizona State as well, and then wrap it up on Sunday with Oregon State and UCLA. That is going to do it for us. For your entire crew, David Feldman, your producer, Mark Wilson, your director, Lisa Mao, my partner, I'm Jim Watson. Saying so long for our entire Pac-12 network crew. From Alaska Airlines Arena, heckhead to some who've been coming here for years, as UCLA, number 4 in the country, wins it with a 196.9. Washington, 195.825. No timeout.